Hello everyone, welcome to Service Portal Widget Development series. In this video, we are going to work on ng-repat directive with a demo. Um, so before going to demo, let's see what we have as a basic information for ng-repat. This directive instantiates the HTML template once per item from the collection. What exactly it means is we have information in arrays or objects, and we want to iterate over all the values in the arrays and object and display them in the HTML view. This ng-repat directive will come very handy, very useful in such scenarios where we are working with large number of data and we want to display them on dynamically on HTML view of the widget. So this directive come into picture for us. So in JavaScript, we have objects and arrays as a collections. So it allows us to loop over these collections one item, and for each item, the section of HTML can be reinstantiated or initialized at that repeats till all the items have looped over in the directive. Let's see what is the syntax here we have. This is one of the example that I have got a screenshot of it. So we have li elements. We have an li element and we have a ul element. Underneath that we have li to repeat over all the incidents that are available. And so in the line number 5, you see ng-repat. That's a directive, Angular directive that we are going to be discussing right now. So data.incidents is either a collection or an object or an array. So the value gets initialized. The value gets initialized as in the first value with the index 0 on inc. The in is a keyword that must be there as it is. So and we have an expression where that particular inc gets displayed in the HTML. So this li line number 6 gets repeated or instantiated till the all the elements of incidents will be completed, like it reaches to the end. We will see with an example of the demo example. So I have my personal developer instance ready. So let's go to the portal configuration. Right, and widget editor, and create a new widget. Let's give a name, demo ng-repat. Yeah, we have a server side HTML template. Probably we'll start with server side. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just having a glide record query for incident table to just give me 5 records. So I'll be initializing the glide record first. Add encoded query active equal to true. Before that, I should have a data object being initialized, data.incidents. That's an array. So this array will be used to get all the information of those incidents which are getting looped in the while loop we have. So let's initialize an object. No, I don't think we require an object, but we need just a variable. So inc equal to incgr get value number and data.incidents.push inc. So let me set a limit here, incgr dot set limit, set limit 5. So I'm just getting 5 instant record, active instance record, and I have a variable, it's getting the number and it's pushing to incident data.instance. This data.incident array will be available for us to and the HTML template, right? So right now we can copy some of the content from the bootstrap for the list view. Let's copy that. Okay, I'll just paste that here. So we have a UL list group and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So if I want to display all the values, so we have an array here, we have an array here, something like that. By end of this server-side execution, we have an array, whereas in data dot incidents array have 5 elements, so it will be like inc1, inc2, inc3, inc4, inc5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements in the array. So I want to, we would like to print all those values, or we would like to present that in the HTML view. So data dot incidence 0. So the first element in the array. And the second element in the array. Third element in the array. Fourth element in the array. And then finally the last element. So we have to change the index. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's save this and enable preview here. Okay. Let's have some adding H3 active incidents. Right. So what we have done here is we have a 5 elements in array and we want to display in the HTML side of the widget these 5 elements. So we go through each element through an expression here and we display those incidents, those 5 elements in the array. This works here since we only have 5 elements, but in real-time scenario, let's see if you have 100 incidents to be displayed. Probably if we don't have ng-repeat, we could be having these li elements 100 times, and it is not a maintainable or sustainable situation where to have the HTML content being added up like that. So AngularJS provides a directive for us, that's ng-repeat as we just discussed. So how we are going to change the same syntax for the ng-repeat, let's look at that. So we will keep this HTML markup for a second, just copy this one more time. And here the HTML element or HTML section that we want to repeat over, I'll add a directive to this HTML element as ng-repeat. For a moment, let's take this out. ng-repeat equal to. So we just discussed what will be the syntax, how it should look like. So it should have first element like the index value and the array information, something array information that we are looking out for. So this is array dot incidence. So Data.incidence is an array for us. This is a keyword, and this is an initializer variable. So it gives us the first element into the array. So it loops over, and for every next element, we will be having that element in the inc as a variable. Right? You could change this to something else, something like item or something like incident inc. This is a custom variable, so we can change as per our naming convention. But this remaining syntax should be AngularJS or the widget expects as it is. Right. So we have that right now. We have the ng-repat directive. Let's change this as well. So right now we have the value on inc variable. Let's take this out. Active incident. Okay. Active incident using ng-repat directive. Let's save this and enable preview. Right. So the same thing what we have done in previous section of the HTML markup, we have achieved with a very less code, and it can be reusable. It can be reusable. We only have to change only one place, so it gets reflected, and it can be used over and used over. So the maintenance aspect also is very easy. That's what I'm trying to convey. So we could see how drastically the code been minimized to the couple of lines. That's a power. That's a powerful. It's a powerful directive. We will be using this ng-repat at many places in widget development. Probably all widgets will be having ng-repat and ng-if. So we also covered ng-if in the previous video. If you haven't looked at it, just go through and let me know if you have any questions on comment sections. It has kind of a different features in the Angular native, like ng-repat start and ng-repat end. I would recommend, if you're comfortable with the basic stuff, you could go here and go into the bit deeper of this directive. So it has index first, middle. Index is iterator which iterates from 0 to length -1, and there is kind of a difference how iterating over object properties and array. There are some out-of-box methods which are not available over we are iterating an object collection type, and we also have tracked by item ID. That's also very useful when we are dealing with a unique identifier in our collection. There are more information. If you're interested, just refer here as well once you're comfortable with this basic stuff. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed or liked this video, please do share and comment.